personnel, clear the launch platform.
All personnel, clear launch platform.
The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello, hello, and hello. Welcome to episode number 187 of the Leaving Today podcast. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, this afternoon, this evening, however and whenever it is you're doing it. We very much appreciate it. My name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here. Sitting to the right of me is the Trailmaster Puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Jess may be calling in a little bit. She's out running errands.
Yep.
So we will just try and go as long as we can until she can call in, and hopefully she can.
Yep.
Merry Christmas, Udi.
Merry Christmas to you, Mark.
Thank you, sir. This show should drop if everything falls in the way it should. This should drop on Christmas morning. Yeah.
I'm crossing fingers and legs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So today's show is sponsored by you, the listeners, the Patreon family, the LTP family, as it were. To do that, well, first off, we thank you very much for doing that. To do that, go to leavingtodaypodcast.com or our Instagram page at Leaving Today Podcast. We have a link tree on there, and it's super simple: $1, $3, and $5. It helps us out along. It helps us out. It can be like a one-time payment or a recurring payment. For that, you get some cool swag and you get to be on the show. And if you ask, what is it we're doing with this money? Well, we're not going to Disneyland and buying churros and stuff. We have hosting fees. We were going to buy some new recording gear, and then we have some software we had to buy for our LTP lounge. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, on YouTube. And at this point, pause the show and go subscribe to our YouTube channel at Leaving Today Podcast. I think it's Leaving Today is one word and podcast is its own word. I don't know why it is that way. I must have been drinking or something when I set that up, but it's not one word. It's two words.
Too many hard seltzers, I think, for you.
As the man who's drinking one right now. Yes.
That's because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm not a lush.
Okay. So, yeah, go subscribe to that. We are going to be doing our LTP Lounge starting in January. And that, as Udi has described, is going to be a timely podcast where it's going to allow us to interact with you, listeners, and discuss the most current news of the day. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it brings in some new listeners and some cool...
It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I don't have any... I think it's going to start a little slow, but I think eventually...
As always, everything will.
Yeah, once we get better, we'll start to get listeners and some people on there. And,
better? What are you talking about?
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have some cool guests on.
We will.
Yeah, for sure. You can also buy T-shirts on TeePublic. We make all these things available on our website. And for those of you who just found our show, welcome. We hope we find the water to be warm. We like to think of just try to think of us as your best Disneyland friends that you haven't met yet. We are the podcast people that give it to you honestly, real. We are lovers of the park. We want it to succeed, but we do need to call it out as it is sometimes. And sometimes, maybe the last few shows have been a little bit like, okay, you guys need to fix this and this. But ultimately, we want the park to succeed because it is the place that we love going to.
Yeah, like a lot of people will accuse other people that are being critical of Disney being haters. We are absolutely not that. We are people who we bring up these things because we want the company to do better. We want the company to be and the park to be in a better place and for everybody. So yeah, those are going to be the things that we will focus on. So we are going to be. We're not pixie dusters here. We're not people who are going to be like, oh, everything's fine. No. We will be 100% real with when we're going to be critical. We don't like something, and when we love and like something, we will absolutely bring that up too, and be pumped for it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And like I said, we are an honest podcast. And before we get to the our show, like the news and the topic today, which is actually Jay, I think is what Jay did a review. He's not here today with us, but he left us a little voicemail and some notes for us to go through. We also had an opening question, but I'm going to get to that in a second because I said something about honest. Is that I was complaining last episode about ticket prices and going for my birthday. It's $750 for 2 days for two people.
Yep.
Well, so I used to, not only did I like skiing and snowboarding, I mean, I loved snowboarding.
Yep.
And so in fact, it was one of the reasons why how I first met Udi. I mean, this is like 2010. I picked up a side gig in the evenings doing snowboard repairs, ski repairs, waxing, sales at a local shop in Roseville, California. And that's how much I love snowboarding because I could get to work on snowboards and I got to go snowboarding as much as I could possibly handle there. Now, so Udi, just take a guess. What does a lift ticket cost at like Squaw? I'm sorry, Palisades.
You mean Squaw?
Yeah, sure.
I'll never call it. Was it Palisades?
Yeah, it's Palisades, but we all know it's Squaw.
It's Squaw. There's nothing wrong with calling it Squaw.
No, I don't care either. Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. Last time I went skiing, which was eons ago, I went to Heavenly, and I think I paid.
Okay, Heavenly. There's a good chance right there.
Has that changed names too? Is Heavenly problematic because it refers to God in there somewhere?
Do not borrow trouble.
The stupidity of that stuff. Anyway, and I think I paid for an all-day lift. I think it was like $80.
$80. That sounds about right.
So with measuring for inflation, it's probably like 80,000 now. No, what, like 150 maybe? Double price, 160?
Well,
I'll go with double price.
So 160?
160. Yeah, probably 160.
I'm pulling up skiheavenly.com for tickets for next Wednesday. That would be the 27th. Let's see what we have got going on. How much do lift tickets cost for that?
Are they doing the peak time nonsense too?
Oh yeah. Ski resorts are doing that now. Okay.
Are you?
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm like looking at the screen right now, looking over as it came up. Are you?
Okay. So again.
Are you out of your freaking mind?
This is not staged, folks, listeners. Udi's really loses his mind. So a 1 day lift ticket. This would be next Wednesday, the 27th. It's an all day. You can get it for $246. And by the way, you're saving $13. Normally it's $259. So that's just 1 day of skiing, and that's from. Let me see. If memory corrects, sort of probably first chair is 8:30 and last chair is 4 o'clock. Maybe it's 9 o'clock in the morning, but it's probably I think first chair is probably 8:30 or so, and last chair is going to be 4. So $246.
They are out of their.
Yeah. So.
God.
Okay,
that is crazy.
But let's go. Let's just say January 23rd. It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit cheaper because it's out of holiday season. $167. Okay, so I assume that's because of the holidays. I can get a one day lift ticket for $167.
Okay, that is a little bit more reasonable.
Somewhat reasonable.
I mean, well, okay. So no. Okay. This is where my mind was at, and this is for the cheap.
Yeah.
I was thinking like 160 was the high end.
Yeah.
Like the premium.
Sure.
Holy mother of.
Yeah. I know. It's so. Well, I guess the point is that I don't want to complain about Disneyland ticket prices.
I still will, but there's a difference. Why?
Okay, well, why?
Okay.
So, I mean, this is actually a good conversation to have.
Okay. So the argument that has been made often is like, well, and Disney makes the argument, well, it is still a high value. It is still a high value, for your time, where you're spending. So, yeah, you're paying $160 or $180 for the ticket. But rope drop 8, the correct day, you're there till midnight, right? Or 10, 11, midnight, depending on when you go, right? So when you break it down, dollars spent per hour there, okay, fair argument. But here is the caveat to that, and this is where I always go with. The bar, though, okay? Disneyland set the bar for where it needs to be as far as the e-ticket or the high priority. Like, we are Disneyland, right?
Yep.
We are the...
Sure. Yep.
I was going to say the S word, but we are the top of the top. We are.
We're a
premium. We are the
theme park.
premium theme park.
Yes.
So when you pay for that,
Yes.
you will get everything premium.
Yes.
Okay, that is the deal that we make, right? Okay,
Sure.
so I'm paying. I can go to that theme park over there, that amusement park, and I'm going to pay less, but I'm also getting far less.
Yes.
Disney goes, no. We're going to charge you more, but look at everything we're going to give you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. They don't deliver that anymore.
They don't.
They're not. Anyone can make the argument, and I think it's a fair one, and I think it's fully justified that the park isn't what it used to be. Any of them.
No.
Well, okay, check that. Maybe anything outside of the United States. Don't get me going. But
Right.
that's the argument. So you want us to pay what in this industry is top tier dollar, okay? But then in order for that, then I want top tier entertainment.
Sure.
So if I don't get that, guess who's going to be a little bit, a little bit angry, a little bit kind of,
Right.
we're going to get a little spicy on the side, like, hey, what are you doing? And that is the argument. So Disneyland set their own bar. Okay, Disneyland has set the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So when they fail at that bar,
Yeah.
of course we're going to be like, yo, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's the bar that you set. Now you can't even make that?
Right.
Come on.
Come on.
So and there it is. So, yeah, I'm never going skiing again.
No, not for that
No,
price.
good Lord. I'd rather go find a backcountry mountain and be like, avalanche. No, I'm kidding. I won't say
No,
that.
and here's the thing. It's like the snow isn't the same. I mean, like the snow hasn't changed in 40 years.
Yeah, the runs are there.
The runs are there. I mean, so where is this coming? I mean, maybe they've upgraded their lifts, maybe, but they were, but they were good back then.
Yeah.
And to me, there's zero justification for this price.
Exactly. I mean, you can go with the inflation, blah blah blah, and even when you do that, you could double it. That's why I went like, okay, most
Yeah.
of the things that we had 10 years ago or whatever, it's almost doubled, like 30%, 35, 40, depending on what it is.
Right.
Movie, okay, maybe my scale may be off because I'm thinking about movie tickets and how they've increased. They went from like 5, 7, 9, 12,
Yeah.
14, 15, 20 now. So that's where I kind of, and that has happened over the last 10 years, maybe more like 15. But
Yeah.
so that's why I'm like, I'm okay. I'm not okay with it, but it makes a little bit more sense to me if it's been doubled up.
Right.
And that is tripled up.
Tripled up. But still-
Disney's quadrupled up or whatever it is.
But
now,
I mean,
whatever, yeah.
but if you're saying like whatever 264 for one day at Heavenly, what did I say?
Heavenly.
No,
It was
it was 234, I guess, because
something
there's
like
a
that.
discount.
Yeah.
That's not worth the whole day.
No.
But I would spend. I mean, I don't know how to phrase it, but I get more satisfaction out of a full day at Disneyland than I do snowboarding.
100%.
And I hate saying that for the.
Well, for you, for me,
Yeah.
I got no problem.
Actually, no, I don't hate saying that. I mean, I enjoy both. I cannot justify snowboarding again.
Oh my Lord.
I know. I mean, maybe if I have a friend who has an Epic Pass, a season pass, and they have like a little buddy pass they can give me for a discount, maybe I might go.
Yeah.
But no.
I am flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted. Well, our pre-show, Pirate of the Pacific had mentioned she wanted to know what our favorite drink was at the resort.
Yep. I already guessed yours.
You've already guessed mine.
Yep.
I've guessed yours. I
Okay.
mean, I think I know what yours
Okay.
is. We're carrying alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Do you want to do one of each?
No.
He says no.
I'm good with one because I have one.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead?
Mine would be the Jack and Coke.
Jack and Coke from where, Udi?
Smoke Jumper.
Smoke Jumper's Grill. Yes, and that comes with, and you can get it with rum or Coke either.
Correct. Now, yeah, but I will always do Jack and Coke.
Okay.
Rum and Coke is okay, but me being with anybody who knows and been listening
Yeah,
long enough
yeah.
will know that I'm a bourbon guy and then bourbon whiskey in that order.
Yeah.
Rum, probably fourth down.
Fourth down.
Yeah, no, I'll go third down.
Okay.
Because I'll do that before I do vodka or tequila.
I do like rum.
Yep.
More, especially more than tequila or vodka. So next time we're there, we'll get one and have a good time cruising around.
Yep.
Because you can walk around with those there.
Correct. At DCA, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna go over to Trader Sam's and get the tiki rum
Yep.
drink, minus souvenir glass.
No, with the glass. With the
Well,
glass.
I might say that even wasn't the drink that got me in trouble. That was something else. I forget what that was, but no, that particular rum drink it hits every time. Non-alcoholic, I'm gonna say Joffrey's coffee.
Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's always a good
that
thing.
is good. Yeah, it beats the. Well, I drink coffee.
Yeah.
And I mean, I will have my fair share of the the lattes and the
Yeah.
caramel. Like, I had an amazing salted caramel macchiato, and I sound like a pretentious snob when I say that, but it is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Out of a little shop up where I was working, and it was amazing. But I will have that. But predominantly, I do like a coffee, black. And a lot of people go like, "Oh my God!"
Right.
So this is what I tell everybody: if you can't drink black coffee, you're not drinking the right coffee. That's how I always put it.
Yeah.
So Joffrey's is amazing,
It is very good.
and I mean, I will drink that black. I'm like, yeah. I mean, we've had it a couple times, and every
Yep,
time it's like,
yep.
no black, slide it over black because it is amazingly good.
Yeah, in fact, yeah, I've had it so many times, but when we had breakfast at Goofy's that morning, and the server, just without even asking, as we were leaving, made me a iced coffee to go. I didn't even ask. I go, oh my gosh, this is great, and I just drank that for the next hour or so, and that was some really good coffee. Yeah. All right. So new listeners are thinking, man, when are we going to get to this Disneyland content? Well, this is how it works sometimes in the LTPs. We get carried away, but it's all sort of Disney related. Okay. So I guess after that, we can go over to the news. We do have some news items, right? Oh, well, so before we get to the news, though, special guest, not guest, LTP special announcement here. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Jess is calling in
Hello.
from Parts Unknown. Last time we checked out with Jess, she was in Anaheim, but now I guess she's doing some shopping in Roseville or something. I don't know where she is.
Yep, going to the worst place you could possibly go shopping this time of year.
The mall.
The mall.
Yep.
Wasn't somebody just giving me crap for that, Jess, maybe 2 hours ago?
It wasn't my idea. Blame it on my mother.
Okay,
Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna go. Hey,
You were
Mom.
at the mall, Udi?
Yeah, I had to go real quick.
Okay, so there's two things that are blowing my mind. Udi's drinking hard seltzer, and Udi at the shopping mall. Those are two things which I've never seen Udi do.
They are.
No, never.
They're anathema to me. So yes.
What on earth are you doing at the mall, Udi? What are you buying there?
It's gifts. It was gifts for there's one shop there that is the only place I know where it is, and I have to mail it away.
Is that Dixon store there?
No.
Oh, okay,
No. If they did, I would be broke.
okay,
That's true.
okay.
Like facts.
So I know Jess has got limited time. She's on the way to meet her mom, I think. But so real quick though, Jess, or not real quick, however long it takes you. You were just in the park last week.
2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so give us a trip report, and then you sent us a picture from was it the Seabreeze Lounge or whatever they're calling it?
Yeah, the new lounge.
The one that's at the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah, so it was. That was the first night. I mean, we had spent the day in the park, and it wasn't super crowded. Weather was really nice. It was like 84 degrees.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really nice, and it was nice not to be like toe to toe with a bunch of people, and just like crowded, like sardine canned, for once during the holidays there. And but yeah, so the day was fine. We didn't really eat much the first day, but we went to John and I went to the lounge, and It's beautiful. It's right up my alley.
Oh.
If I could have a backyard that looked like that, I would. Totally that mid-century modern vibe. Just like I thought, just by when we were talking about all the drinks on the menu, that was the vibe that was giving me.
Yeah.
And it was, so I can't remember exactly what time they closed. But we got there and it was pretty close to closing time. I'd say maybe about 30, 40 minutes before they closed.
Okay.
And we were looking at the drink menu, and I can't even tell you which one I got unless I looked at the menu again.
Okay.
But they served us in the to-go yellow Disney plastic cups. And to me, that blew me away, that they didn't give you glassware. And they said it was because that they were, we're going to be closing up here within, an hour or whatever. Sorry, but we just have to give it to you in plastic now.
Oh, okay.
And to me, that was such a piss poor excuse for something that is supposed to be elegant.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? And you're Disney. Your dishwasher, it's a bar. I know you've got a small dishwasher down there. Load your glasses. It's it doesn't take very long.
Okay,
just run a final load.
Just real quick, I'm looking at the picture you sent me. So those are the translucent yellow plastic cups.
Correct, that you would get in DCA.
Oh yeah, okay. But should those have been served in actual glass? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I asked them, and she was like, "Oh yeah." And so the one photo, the one on the left that's really small, she's like, "Yeah, that one is supposed to be served in like a martini glass."
Huh.
And I'm like, "That would have looked beautiful."
Yes.
It would have looked beautiful. Mine, I can't remember what kind of glass she said. I want to say mine came in like a hurricane glass. I think I can't remember exactly. But the one on the left is that's my problem with this one is. Look at how much liquor there actually is.
Yeah.
In that cup.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You didn't drink that cup already?
No. That was sat down on the bar and I took the picture.
Okay, so listeners, what we're looking at right now is two plastic yellow cups, not even 16 ounce. I mean, maybe 12 ounce cups.
Yeah.
One on the right is like it's a full. I guess that's the Hurricane, and the bottom and the one on the left looks like it's maybe a third full.
No, you're being generous.
A quarter.
You're
like
being
a quarter.
generous with that.
A quarter full. It looks like someone's just about on their last swig of beer.
Yep.
So what is that?
I'm driving, so I can't pull the menu.
Oh,
up.
okay.
I don't know if Udi, you can be super fast. I can tell you yes or no what it is real quick. But
Stand by.
It's
I just
it wasn't good. My drink was not good. He didn't really care for it at all. I want to say his had elderberry in it. I want to say that he had elderberry and then like a rosemary garnish in it. I think, or maybe that was mine. I don't remember. But anyways, both not good at all. And for me, the presentation was my number one issue.
Sure.
And again, like I get it, you're closing, but you're a brand new bar. Like you should, be giving it to people the way that it should be, And so anyways, so they weren't good. We ended up, I was like, well, they're closing. They gave us them in to-go cups. I was like, why don't we just pay and then we'll go sit by, the fireplace they have right there by Trader Sam's.
Yes.
So I was like, let's just go sit there.
Sure.
So, so we got the tab and both of those drinks, Mark, I'll let you guess first how much for those two drinks.
Total?
Before tip.
$29.
Okay, Booty.
I was gonna say 30 to 35, maybe even 40, probably 20 piece. What is the place called again? I forgot.
I think it's called Seabreeze. Isn't that what it's called? Seabreeze?
I can't remember. I feel like there wasn't even that whole new area is just gorgeous. Like you walk through like the lobby to get to it. It's beautiful. But I can't remember the name. Before tip, those two drinks were $42.
Crap. Holy cow. I would have been losing my ish with this.
I was not happy because I was buying that round of drinks. I was like, I'm going to buy the first round,
Sure.
And there goes my $150 Disney gift card right there, gone.
Yeah, that's utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, and for the size of the one on the left, especially.
No, I just would have I would have said something to the manager or the server, said this is not acceptable. This is I'm not
No.
gonna. I mean, I absolutely would have said that.
Yeah,
It is the
So-
Palm Breeze
Oh,
bar.
Palm Breeze.
Palm Breeze.
Sorry, I knew there's a breeze in there.
Palm Breeze. Yeah.
Okay, but before the drinks and everything, what can you kind of describe like the sitting area? Are there tabletops
there's-
or are there benches or are there couches or is it like a nice,
So there are some couches, and then some little two-top, table and chairs, and then of course the high top bar
Yeah.
that wraps around. It's three-sided, the bar. So there's plenty of places to sit. A lot of like stationary walls, like in between, very retro, like just like that random stationary wall that you would find in somebody's house back in the 60s, in the middle of nowhere. And it's connected to the pool that's for the villas, for everybody. So it was really cool to see all of that. And I can tell you right now, that place is better at night. Even though I didn't see it during the day,
Yeah.
that place is going to be better at night.
No, is it possible you could have quickly snuck into the pool?
It's like open, like walk-in. There was no gate.
So you could.
Yeah. Quick
I mean,
question.
it seems like you could. Yes.
The drink. What was the base for that drink? Do you remember? The alcohol base? Bourbon.
I
rum?
want to say it was rum.
Okay.
I want to say it was rum, and I think I had gin.
I just can't even get my mind around this. It's
The Nouveau Negroni, that one's gin based, and then Blue Bee's Knees. Those are two gin based ones.
I probably had the first one.
The
But again, it's
Nouveau
bad that I
Negroni,
can't remember what drink I had because it did not stand out to me.
gin, Gran Clasico, Montenegro, Amaro, Cochi, orange. Well, no, it wouldn't have been. It has bitters in it.
Nope, that wasn't it then because I don't do bitters. Maybe I didn't have gin, but isn't that sad that I can't even tell you what drink I had?
Yeah,
because
that's
it
pretty
did not
bad.
impress me?
Oh no, maybe it would be this one. The Botanist Gin, lemon juice, or organic honey and blueberry wine.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so I don't know what you got then.
I don't
But
know.
that makes
I
it
have no
worse.
idea. Yeah.
okay.
So, but yeah, so that was the first night. It was, I was exhausted because I'd been up all night the night before, and then I drove and all that stuff. But then Tuesday we went down to Hollywood and had dinner down in Hollywood. So we skipped a day in the parks, and then Wednesday we went to DCA, and we were there at 8. Park opening 8:00, and it was empty. We did Guardians was a walk-on. There was
Wow.
no line. Screamin' was 5 minutes. Soarin' was 10 minutes.
Jeez.
Toy Story Mania was 15 minutes.
Wow, that's also great.
Yeah, so, and again, it was another beautiful day, and we kept watching, I kept watching for, the wait times to keep going up, and they never did. And I was like, it's going to change at 11, because that's when people can hop, that's when it's going to get busy, and it just never got busy.
Oh, good.
So, which was nice. We went to the Lamplight Lounge and had a cocktail
Oh,
there, and then I took them up to the Magic Key Terrace, and we had a snack and a cocktail there because they hadn't been up there because they're not key holders.
oh.
So we did that, and then what else did I do that day? Gosh, my brain isn't working right now, guys.
Right now.
We shopped a little bit. Ha ha ha. Shopped a little bit. Nothing crazy. And then we went back in Thursday morning and spent up until probably like 4:00, I think, in the park. We didn't get to ride much on Monday night. I forgot to mention that. We didn't get to do much on Monday night. We were in line for Thunder, and then all of a sudden they just redirected us, and it's because of the earthquake
Oh,
that
gee.
happened.
Wow.
So everything was shut down because of the earthquake. So, and it was, I want to say it was like 11:15 So I'm like, I was like, there's no point. I mean, they'll probably open everything back up if they can, but I was like, let's just go. Like, let's just get out of here, because if they can't, we're just going to be roaming around, for that. So, but overall, I mean, it was very nice weather. Oh, we tried a couple different holiday foods.
Okay.
What did we get? It was a like fire roasted tamale from one of the Cozy Cones.
Oh, okay.
And it was really, really good. I enjoyed that thoroughly. And
good.
then we did the orange creamsicle drink with vodka in it.
Oh.
That was nice as well. What else did I get? We went to Smoke Jumpers Grill for breakfast Wednesday morning. And
How was that?
It was okay. I had a chorizo, a chorizo and egg burrito.
Yeah, that's plant-based.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was a decent size. The French fries were really good that they had. But anyways, we got it to share, and I took a bite of it and looked on the inside, and it had a avocado salsa, and John's allergic to avocado, so he couldn't eat it.
Oh, too bad for him. It's
I couldn't eat the whole darn thing, even if I wanted to.
Oh.
I mean, you know me, I eat like a bird anyways.
Yeah.
But hang on a second. Sorry, my mom just texted me. So what else did I try? I feel like there was another holiday thing I tried, and I can't remember what it was. There was a lot of good stuff that they had there. I got again a hot buttered rum from, so because I had to get that last year to try it, and I saw they had it again, and I was
good.
all about it.
Oh, good. Yeah, I've never tried that.
It sounds good.
Oh my gosh, Mark, it's so good. It's tiny, but it is so gosh darn good. The only thing is I wished it was a little bit colder outside instead of 84 degrees, and I'm drinking a hot rum.
Yeah.
Kind of idea. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a fun trip. It was very quiet, I would say, in the park. I just expected a lot more people. The most crowd that I saw was when we went to watch them light the castle, for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
That was the busiest, the most crowded part was that right there, which was my favorite thing. That's the only reason I really go for Christmas time. So I got 2 Loungefly backpacks. I got one Christmas one.
Crap.
Yeah. I got one Christmas one, and then I got a Pirates of the Caribbean one that I've been searching for a very long time.
Where was that?
It was in Pieces of 8.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got that one, and then I got a plaid Mickey Mouse one. It's got Mickey ears on it, which is really cool, that I really liked. So, but yeah, it was a good time. Weather was great. I'm supposed to go back in January with my family, but we'll see. Anyways, so yeah, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm sorry that I can't chat longer.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay. So, well, all right. Well, I hope you guys have a good rest of the show, and then I will talk to you guys later.
All right.
Okay.
That sounds great.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye,
All right,
guys.
bye.
Bye. Okay. Well, that's Jess, in and out. Mm-hmm. Glad she had a good time. That I still want to go to that bar, Palm Breeze, and see what that place is all about. But we'll see. Okay, well, with that, let's head on over to the news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
Okay, well, our first news item, a little bit of a down note here, is Disney legend and former Executive Vice President of Disney Parks, Dick Nunis, passed away at age 91. There's a lot of information about him online, but here's the view from 10,000 feet. Nunes began his summer job, and that's in air quotes, at Disneyland prior to the park's opening in 1955, after hearing about it through his University of Southern California classmate and Walt Disney's son-in-law, Ron Miller. Nunes worked his way up to attraction supervisor and developed the standard operating procedures for all attractions. He became director of park operations in 1961 and VP of operations in 1968. He was eventually named executive vice president of Walt Disney World and Disneyland after helping to develop the latter. This is a quote from him. Walt believed strongly that what would make Disneyland different was the people. He wanted them to feel that they were part of the organization, Nunes said, according to D23. That's why he established the first name policy. He was Walt, I was Dick, and so on. From an overall operations point of view, the most important thing is to work together to make sure that when guests come, they have a wonderful experience. Nunes remained with the company in various positions until retiring in 1999 and was inducted as a Disney legend in the attractions category the same year. So, yeah, sorry to hear about the passing of Dick Nunes. Again, for all of us who enjoy the parks and the level of quality that we have come to expect from them, we can, well, of course, we can thank Walt, but to carry on Walt's legacy, Mr. Dick Nunes. So, so sorry to hear him go.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Moving on, and I probably should have asked Jess this.
Completely forgot.
I completely forgot
Yep.
this, but the Peter Pan sequence is returning to replace Pirates of the Caribbean and Disneyland's Fantasmic. Beginning May 24th, a nighttime spectacular Fantasmic will once again illuminate the rivers of America in Disneyland. Featuring new special effects, a thrilling new battle scene between Sorcerer Mickey and Maleficent, plus the return of the iconic Peter Pan scene. In this treasured show, fantastic events and images from Disney stories come to life through soaring music, dozens of live performers, character appearances, and state-of-the-art projections. I guess this is a good thing.
I like the idea.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the idea.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is to somehow signify that their ending sequence is not going to be as good as they think it is.
Maybe I think that's part of it, but I remember we had that conversation with Jess about, them bringing it back, and she's like, they're not going to bring back Murphy, won't be as good. And I kind of went, you know what, we got to give him a little bit of time.
Yeah.
We got to get him to understand. We got to understand that Murphy is a one of a kind type of thing. It is not something that you can just go over to your local Walmart and be like, hey, can you pull that Murphy out of the back room for me? And,
Sure.
So it's got to be done, and then obviously they have to. I'm sure they already investigated why it went up in flames in the first place.
Yeah.
And then any improvement, any engineering improvement or safety, whatever they need to do, whatever protocols they need to put in place to make sure that doesn't happen again, is obviously going to have to happen. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe they know that it won't be. It maybe not be as good, so they're going to try to do things to kind of span the gap until they can bring that back. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. That they will, that they're working on that, and they will have that back, and then regain. I mean, and this is coming from me, who's not a show guy. So there you go.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes. But I'm glad they're doing that.
Yep.
Okay, couple closure talks here. The Blue Bayou restaurant will be closing for refurbishment in January, starting January, and it's going to be closed until the 19th. So it should reopen on the 20th. Next thing to note is Haunted Mansion is to close for expanded grounds refurbishment in January as well. So Disneyland Resort has confirmed that the Haunted Mansion attraction at Disneyland Park will be closing for refurbishment at the beginning of this year or of next year. Currently featuring its Haunted Mansion holiday overlay, guests' last chance to experience the ride will be January 21st. So the day after the Blue Bayou opens up. On January 22nd, it will go down for refurbishment. No reopening date has been given, though rumors indicate that the regular version of the attraction will not return until after the 2024 holiday season and its annual Haunted Mansion holiday overlay, meaning early 2025. The refurbishment will include grounds expansion and a new retail shop adjacent to the attraction's exit. described as a spirited metamorphosis. The update will add an expanded outdoor queue, new gardens, a water fountain, a gazebo, and a greenhouse. Okay. Of course, the new retail space will be themed as a carriage house for the mansion with a shop inside belonging to Madame Leota. So, what do you think about that, Rudy?
Well, I mean, we knew it was coming, right? We knew they're going to close because the new queue's coming in, and we've already talked about it before where we're all kind of happy for it.
Sure.
And then, with the rumor it being that we're not going to get original Haunted until, what, 25?
Yeah, probably when it ends its holiday season in 2012.
And at first I was kind of like, well, that kind of feels extreme because looking at the plans, or the concept drawing and kind of how they laid it out, I'm like, okay, the queue is not going to take 6 months to do. It just is not. But the one thing, and that was my criticism before, but then I kind of thought, oh, you know what I forgot? That carriage house.
The carriage house. And also, I think they're trying to make the ride ADA compliant, on and off load.
I don't know how they're going to do that. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I hope they can figure it out because everybody needs to enjoy that attraction.
Sure. Well, you've been through that little crypt, right?
Yeah. I mean, so that is how I see they can do it.
Yeah.
And how many times have you guys been on that and then it stops midway?
Every time.
Every time it'll stop. And, the best one is when you're falling backwards and you stop right there. That's my favorite. But that is typically because they're onboarding or offboarding somebody. And usually has something to do with maybe some kind of a physical hindrance to getting it on and off. So I hope they get that all figured out and situated so they can, because everybody needs to. But the carriage, I forgot about that. That they have to build that up. They have to probably demo. They do have to demo some space, and then the one thing that is different is that it's a commercial space. Mm-hmm. And knowing in my trade, a commercial space versus a residential space has different coding. It has different requirements. Then they have different ones. They're a little bit more stringent. They're a little bit more. Everything has to be done in a more heavy-duty kind of way. So it takes more time. It's a little bit more, it's a lot more expensive. And because, again, it's supposed to be funneling people in and out. So there's a lot of things going on. I can already picture what the plans are going to look like in my head for what I do. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's going to take time. And so they kind of made a little bit more sense that it will probably will be down 6, 7 months. And at that point, it would be you might as well just roll it and keep it going, and they can save the money on doing the retheme.
Yeah,
time and money spent. So I mean, it makes sense. But either way, I'm stoked because I mean, that means I'm going to have a better chance of getting the retheme.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
But we were talking about getting value for money for the ticket prices. So if you go like March next year, you're going to go over to the west side. You're going to just go get past Pirates, and then Haunted Mansion shut down, Splash Mountain shut down. So 2 major attractions on that side are going to be shut down.
Walking. That would be a weird feeling walking that.
Yeah, and I wonder what it's going to look like at night. Do you think they're still going to illuminate the mansion at night?
They have to.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go dark.
The ambiance with that has to be maintained.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting. But maybe you get some quiet time over there. I mean, well, clearly it's going to be quiet. But, other additional closures for early January of 2024 are Sailing Ship Columbia, Grizzly River Run, and Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind. Moody's favorite attraction.
Yeah.
So, well, no big deal. The Sailing Ship Columbia is going to be closed January 8th through the 11th. Grizzly River Run at DCA is going to be closing on January 8th, and no reopening date has been listed. But this is typical for what it does. It typically goes down to for, I don't know, maybe a month or so. And Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind will close on the January 22nd. Reopening date is not listed. I'm not really missing much there. No. All right. Next news item is that 2024 Disneyland After Dark events have been announced for this year. And again, these are separately ticketed themed events that are usually after hours, and you can usually mix in at like 6 o'clock. The party starts usually at 9 and goes till 12 or 1, but you can actually get there earlier and do it. So the 4 themed nights. There's many nights, but the 4 themes are Disneyland Sweethearts Night, which is going to be a few dates in January and a few dates in February at Disneyland Park.
Are they getting like? Hold on, bring it up. Oh, they are doing. Oh, look at that! They're doing Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Yeah, the Sweetheart Night celebrates the love all around us on 8 different nights in Disneyland. Plan a dreamy rendezvous, besties night, or start a family tradition at these sensational soirees. It's going to include the specially themed food, pictures, that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's. Yeah, I'm glad they're doing it, and I'm sure these are going to be very, very popular. The next one is going to be the Disney Channel night on March 5th and March 7th at Disneyland Park. Get ready for this all-new nostalgic celebration as Disneyland After Dark Disney Channel night comes to life, highlighting themed offerings from favorite Disney Channel shows across various eras of programming with fantastic music, memorable characters, high-energy parties, unique photo opportunities, and more. Yeah, it's going to have themes on High School Musical, Phineas and Ferb, Camp Rock, The Descendants, The Cheetah Girls, Teen Beach Movie, Lizzie McGuire. So that definitely appeals to a certain demographic.
Yeah, not me.
Not me, but you know what? I'm glad they're getting that.
Well, yeah, I'm curious about this one.
Yeah.
I'm curious how successful this one's going to be.
I think it will be successful.
Yeah.
For sure, but I'm glad they're doing that. And then the much beloved Star Wars night comes back more nights than ever before. April 16th, 18th, 23rd, 25th, 30th, and then May 2nd, 7th, and 9th.
Oh, goody. Not on the 4th.
Yeah. Star Wars nights are back with more nights than ever before. Prepare to launch your course for a galactic adventure like no other. Again, special themed pictures, hopefully some cool guests or characters will come out.
Man. I'm curious about this one.
Yeah, but you can go to. You've been this season. Have you been this season of The Force ever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so here.
Oh yeah, you have.
I'm curious. Yes, I'm curious how this is going to go, though. I am.
Yeah, me too.
I hope it goes well, but man, honestly, I don't know. Yeah.
And the last one, they have 2 nights. Is going to be the Disney After Dark Pride Night. This debuted last year, and now it's back with more entertainment, colorful characters, photo ops, and more on 2 spectacular evenings. So that's going to be June 18th and June 20th for Pride Night. So that's good for them. I heard that last year was super popular, and so that's a win-win for everybody. Okay, so a little bit of update on construction of Din Tai Fung in downtown Disney, and of course Jess was just there 2 weeks ago, and she said it was incredible, the whole area. And this place looks really good. As far as the construction goes, we see how that's shaping up to be. But what's cool is that they've got these barricade walls all around that area. And on the barricade walls, there's signs that show sort of a historical look back at their Disney district. It has a bunch of pictures of a hotel, swimming pool from the 50s and 60s and 70s. And I think that's just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, and hopefully next time I go down there, that stuff's, well, maybe it's all wrapped up, but I
don't know.
I would like to spend some time looking at that stuff.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. A lot of history there, and maybe we should have Don Ballard on again, who did remember we had him on once?
Yeah. No, and here's my thing. I like that they're doing that because a lot of people, they don't know.
No.
They don't know that. They don't recognize all the innovation at time. You know, it's always like those things. Like we all get so used to. Like I was saying earlier, the bar is set really high.
Yeah.
So we're set at a really high bar. You don't always recognize what it took to get there. And I think people need to get. I mean, guys like you and me, Mark, and people like us, lovers of the park, we all recognize the path that it's taken to get where we are. That's why we hold it in such a high regard and to a level of reverence, because we're like, look at everything that had to happen to get here.
Right.
And so there are people out there who don't, without them knowing the history, they can't fully appreciate what's going on.
Right,
So that
right.
when they do this and they go and they try to tap back in the history and be like, hey guys, look at where we came from. It's fantastic. I always say people try to, sadly, social commentary is a lot of people want to erase the past, and I'm always the guy like, no. No matter what it is, whether it's good or bad, we need to remember it, because we need to recognize where we've come from and how far we've come.
Yeah.
And so anytime, that's why I love history, because we
Yep.
can look at it and go like, and on top of it, this will be getting a good appreciation and understanding of what made Walt so amazing and such an innovator.
Yeah.
Because right now a lot of people are trying to erase that guy, and yeah, we can't stand for it. Can't happen.
Can't happen.
Yep.
Speaking of the past, I'm gonna get your thoughts on this real quick. Is that the other day I was listening to Mice Chat, and Dusty or Todd, whatever he's going by these days, was on. He goes around the park talking about stuff on Friday nights, and I think it's pretty entertaining hour. But he was with a guest, and they're walking through the segue between Galaxy's Edge and Frontierland, and he brought up the Big Thunder Ranch barbecue,
Yeah, okay.
and how we missed it and everything, and they were talking about where that could go. And he said there's no reason why it can't go in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, because it's a barbecue, it has no theme. People in Star Wars need to eat barbecue. And he goes, yeah, I'd be totally fine with that. And I'm thinking to my head, I would not be fine with that. I want the barbecue to come back, but it does absolutely not belong in Galaxy's Edge. What do you say?
That is a no. Like
Okay.
of the highest no I can say without swearing.
Yeah.
Like, no, absolutely not. Like, I at one level I get his point. Yeah, I mean, food is food.
You don't think Han Solo is going to be eating brisket?
No.
or anything, or- Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So what the food that they do have in Galaxy is pretty good, and it actually is themed really well. Barbecue doesn't fit.
No.
It doesn't fit at all. So,
But pot roast does.
pot roast is good though, but you have to look at the whole thing.
I know that.
And it isn't barbecue.
I know.
So, but that being said, I know where they can put it. I have a feeling.
What was that?
So that space, right, almost where it was before, the space between the Fantasyland exit or entrance, and then Critter Country's the other one. There's that one space entrance right there. Bam, block that off. Drop it right there.
Oh yeah.
Drop it right there. I mean, it's kind of it has that that lagoon kind of thing. What is it? I'm trying to remember the space. Well, I can't
Well,
remember the name.
it used to be Nature's Mind Train.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was there, right there.
Yeah.
Because right now, I mean, it's beautiful. I like that little quiet spot. We've often talked about if you go through the trail before Galaxy's Edge, especially, was really peaceful and really quiet. It was like
Sure.
you could always have a moment of kind of like solitude in the hustle and bustle, and how many people had no idea that trail was there in the first place.
Right.
I remember. I still remember classic stories. Somebody like, I went down to the park with people who quote unquote knew, and I'm like, we're going this way, and I forgot we're trying to cut. So I'm like, we're going this way. Like, where are you going? And they started cutting off to go up and around. I'm like,
Yeah.
where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, we got to go over here. And I forgot where we were going. Maybe haunted. I'm all, we're gonna go right here. We're on Fantasyland. I'm like, we're going right here. Like, what are you talking about? And it's like, no, we're going. Follow. Like, no. And I'm like, follow me. And they were like, where are you going? I've been here all. I'm like, then you don't know. And I like basically pulled them. They're like, oh my. I'm like, how many times have you been to the park? Puh.
I know.
So, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So while I like that, but that's where it can go.
Sure.
Yeah, we will not fit. No.
But that's going to be bulldozed in the past and getting rid of what's there.
No. And here's my part. Here's my thing, though. I get that.
Yeah.
But you're going to bulldoze part of the past to also bring back the past.
True.
So you're just replacing what was there, which is an empty space, with something that is not only profitable, but it also harken back to the past. So why not?
Yeah, and that particular piece of land, it goes up right to the edge of Rivers of America. And imagine like a wooden fence or whatever around there, and tables close to that. How awesome would that be?
Amazing. And then you can sit there, watch the Mark Twain go around. Or the Columbia.
Yep,
Oh, dude.
And they could actually, they could actually put a little tribute to Nature's Mine Train in there.
All that.
Yeah.
All that. They can talk about history. They could put all that in there because it would fit in there thematically.
It would totally fit in there.
So, no. So, yeah, you're wrong. Who was it? Todd?
It's Dusty, but
Dusty,
his
okay.
real name's Todd. Yeah.
Okay, Dusty. I see where your head's at, but I'm going to disagree with you. There are better things to do and better ways.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want it back. And I'm, I think I only ate there one time ever in my life. And I would go. If they brought it back there, I'd be like, I'm all in, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, speaking of someone who's eaten there many times, Jay, that's going to end our news. So let's segue over to not really a feature. We don't really have a feature presentation today. It's kind of a weird show, but it's the last show of the year. But Jay had mentioned Jay was at the parks recently, and he did leave us a review in note form, but he also dropped us off. He dropped an audio clip for us. So let's play that real quick and see what he has to say.
Let's go. Okay. That one's for Marcus. Let's go. That one's for you, Marcus.
That's an inside joke?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I'm on the outside of that.
Yeah. No, you're sitting right here. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a DM joke.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, here's Jay.
Hey, LTP fam. Sorry I couldn't be with you this episode, but I did send in a written report about my holiday trip recently at the Disneyland Resort. My wife and I stayed there for 3 days and 2 nights. And during that time, we got to experience a lot of different things, including the Festival Holidays World of Color dessert party and other things. So hope you enjoy it. And also, I did restart, I should say, my Instagram account. If anyone wants to check out the photos, you can follow me on Instagram at SBHoppaBoy. That's SB like Santa Barbara, where I'm from, and then Hoppa, Hapa, and then Boy, Boy, all together, SB Hoppa Boy. All right. Hope everyone has a great holiday season, and catch you next time. Bye.
Can I just say
What's that, sir?
that I am so glad that he has restarted his Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
It started basically coming like mad on my feed, and I'm like, what? And I saw the name and I didn't recognize it. I'm like, what? And then I tapped it. I'm like, oh. And I was like, is this Jay? Like literally because I'm looking at the content of the pictures. I'm like, that looks like it's be something Jay. And then I'm reading it and I'm like, wait, no, who's SB? I'm like, this is sweet. And so I would highly recommend anybody who is listening, go follow him. Go follow him. Not only is he a good wealth of knowledge when it comes to food, but his knowing the history and part like that, and his ability to take pictures is great.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that you restarted this, Jay. It is awesome. I'm super stoked to see all your pictures and everything you posted on there. And everybody, please go follow him, SB Hopboy, on Instagram.
Yeah, and well said. And like I said, I'm thinking the Disney community is that much richer having him back into it.
100%.
He was
happy.
Yeah, he was in it for a long time. Then he left, and then he came back. I mean, I reached out to him and said, "Dude, we need to talk to you." Because, anyways, so that's how that started, and that's how he's kind of been a part of the LTP family.
Yeah.
Well, not kind of. He is part of the LTP.
He is 100%
for sure. And I mean, but ultimately, I'm glad that we're friends.
Oh yeah.
Because he's the type of guy that I would 100% love just to walk around the park with for a few hours, grab some food.
I hope we can make that happen
have
soon,
some
man.
discussions and talk about stuff. And I would love to do that.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. So, but he did leave us a trip report that I'm going to read to you guys and guys and girls. And I don't sound like Jay, so I can't but I'm just gonna try to read it like Jay.
You be you, Mark.
You be me. But these are Jay's words. I think it's like 2 pages or something, but we'll get through it. Here we go. Holiday trip report. And I guess maybe the best way to do it is go to SB Hoppaboy on Instagram and maybe look through his pictures, because I think he took pictures based on this report, because they seem to jive with that. So the villas at Disneyland Resort, new is nice. It has that new car smell and air quotes to it. I think Jess would love it here because of its genuine ties to Disney. Plus, my wife and I got the Princess and Frog themed room. Very spacious lobby, a lot of great artwork with nods to the history of Walt Disney animation. Furniture reminds me of Small World, very mid-century modern art style in the vein of Mary Blair circa 1950s.
Very cool.
Very, very cool.
Oh, yeah, the pictures that he posted on that, I mean, looks amazing. And 100% Jess would be like, oh, she would love it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that artistic element carries over to the rooms. It feels old and new at the same time. As stated, we got the Princess and the Frog themed deluxe studio. It was actually cheaper than the Disneyland Hotel. Anyhow, there's also other themes like Jungle Book, Fantasia, Frozen, and Moana.
Moana.
What did I say?
No, I'd take Moana.
Oh, Moana. Okay.
Yeah.
Or
Jungle Book.
Or Jungle Book.
Ooh, yeah,
probably.
those are. I mean, I really like Maui, or Moana because of Maui.
Okay. Our view was overlooking Anaheim and the pool area, not the resort. As such, it kind of loses that Disney magic a bit. The couch can convert into a queen-size bed. It's actually quite comfortable. As for the main bed, the headboard is dope. I love the stylized art of Princess and the Frog. It also lights up, and that's in all caps. So like the headboard has some, I guess, LED lighting worked into the artwork there. There's
Very cool.
There's a kitchenette with a microwave, toaster, full sink, Keurig coffee machine, and a small refrigerator freezer. There are dishes, cups, flatware for meals as well.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Kitchenette though. Do you think Jay cooks when he's on? I don't think Jay would cook. When
I don't think so.
I bet at home he's a good cook, but
Yeah.
not when he's here.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's kind of the thing, right? You go to enjoy. I mean, because he's often said that food is part of it, right?
Yeah, he absolutely does for sure.
Yep.
Bathroom is nice, themed to the room with a mirror that lights up with cool shapes that make it even more special. Awesome.
Very cool. I'm so happy. Like, remember when the picture began to come out of that? And I'm like, it looked really cool. And now it's good to hear somebody's opinion who I trust actually been there and actually be able to be like, because you always wonder, like, is it, someone just being, like, they're being padded to kind of say the best they can?
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I'm glad. It sounds amazing. The pictures are amazing of it, too.
Yeah. Pool area. Overall, it's very nice. It is retro but modern at the same time. Reminds me of seeing photos of Palm Springs during the 1950s. Okay, next item is on bold. The Palm Breeze bar area is very spacious, but man, oh man, the food and drink prices are outrageous. In fact, we just got that firsthand from Jess.
Uh-huh.
The worst example is the grilled prime flat iron steak Southwest salad. Here's the description. Grilled prime flat iron steak, little gem, avocado, black beans, charred corn, heirloom tomato, cheddar cheese, jack cheese, cilantro dressing. The price, and this is in red now, and italicized.
And bold.
The price is $38 for a salad.
Holy jumping.
That's absolutely, man, this is a day of high ticket prices, right?
So would that make you more mad to get that if you didn't know paying that for a salad or the $45 you paid for that drink? What would make you more upset?
You mean that I was upset?
Yeah, that you were annoyed by. Maybe upset's too strong. You were annoyed by.
I was annoyed.
You're perturbed.
Well, I don't think I got $37 worth of alcohol in that drink.
No,
It was
nobody
mostly
does.
Ice. So I was more pissed off about that. But for this, I mean, a steak is going to be $25, $27. So another $13, $14 for the, I don't know. That still seemed very high.
Yeah, great for a salad. Makes me think of that one commercial.
What's that?
That one, who's it for? Where they're like, I'm gonna $19 charging for a salad.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
only
yeah,
paying
that-
for mine. Yeah, whatever that
Yeah,
commercial
that's
was.
when you're becoming your parents or something
Yeah,
like that. Homeowners, yeah.
It's exactly. Can you imagine the commercial of that? It was like, 38. Oh, I'm only paying for mine. He's like, and then boom, his head explodes or something.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay. The best thing about the pools is the Steamboat Willie play area. It's so neat to see the water fountains and lights. It will be one of the most idyllic places to spend summertime.
Yep. Yeah, that picture that he posted of that, it looks really, really cool.
Yes.
It's really cool.
Also at night, they have live musicians in the bar area. Pretty cool with all the sounds and lighting. Awesome.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
See, these are the things that, we talk about everything. We just mentioned it before. We always mention almost every show is that when we see the things that are positive, we're going to call them out and highlight them and be super excited.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of stuff we're talking about right here. Like, they're doing this right.
Yep.
And so we got to applaud that and emphasize with Disney. This is the good stuff. Keep this a-coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now let's move on over to Disneyland. Speaking Udi's language here, Rancho del Zocalo in Tiana's Palace. So over at Rancho, it's the Caldo de Res.
Yeah, close enough for a white guy.
Cal-
Caldo de res.
Caldo de Res.
Okay, closer.
All right.
You're getting there.
Savory beef soup with seasonal vegetables garnished with onions, cilantro, radish, and lime. $13.49.
I would have loved. Okay, so depending on the size, does he go into that?
Overall good, nice rich broth and vegetables. Beef is tender, but lower quality stew meat.
Yeah.
Probably not worth the money, but it wasn't obnoxiously priced. We took this home.
Okay, so that's always for me, like a caldo. When it's done right, it's so hearty, and my mom makes an amazing caldo. But anyway,
But this is like a...
it's like a stew.
Stew.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as like, the broth is going to be brothy. It isn't like, some people think of stews as like very, like a...
Hearty.
Like a very hearty, like heavy liquid, like it's really heavy.
Yes.
This
Little
isn't
thicker.
that. It isn't. It's not as thick, but it's still a hearty stew. So think of like a chicken noodle soup, but a
Yeah.
little bit more oomph to it.
Would
That's
you,
kind of like that.
So in the traditional sense, would you have like bread with it or crackers or like...
With that,
cornbread or something?
No, you'd have tortilla with it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't though. Well, depending on it, like right there, that description to me, I'm like perfect. And $13.50 again, depending on how big the bowl is, I would still eat that. And typically, yeah, he mentions that it's lower quality meat, and typically in stews, I mean that's been my experience that most people will do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
sure.
it sounds really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Over at Tiana's, he ordered the 7 greens gumbo with chicken and andouille sausage, which is white beans, okra, yam, sweet potatoes, and heirloom rice. It's $17 or
That
$69.
doesn't sound bad.
Definitely not Nola. Roux was too thick, okra was not present, and chicken was dry. Hard pass on this in the future unless they make serious changes.
See, that's too bad.
Yeah, that is too bad. I've never actually had a gumbo, but
Neither have I, but again, these are one of those things that I always think about. It's like, from what I understand of gumbos, is like, or like grits, or grits are coming up.
Oh.
Okay, I'll make my point after this one.
okay, the next thing they ordered is why I say they, because I think he and his wife ordered things together and
Yeah.
split, which is
Yeah.
cool. Gulf shrimp and grits simmered in Creole sauce with cheesy grits, $17.49. His review is legit great tasting. Shrimp not overcooked. Grits had a nice creamy texture, and Creole sauce had the right amount of heat for the average customer.
Nice. So, my whole point is, I was going to make is there are certain foods that need to be executed properly. If not, they're off. So, I like grits. But if you don't make the grits right, you use too much water, too little water, all that
Yeah.
kind of, you cook it too long, then it doesn't have that same texture and flavor, and it doesn't deliver. And so my impression of gumbos has always been that, like, if you're going to do it, you need to execute it because there's that fine line between it being good and bad.
Right.
So, like dried chicken, that's the same thing. Like, you have that split second when, like, take the chicken off and you're good, or you left it on that couple 10 seconds long, boom, you're done. It's bad now, or it's dry. So, but I also have to go, like, you know what, they're kind of serving it for a lot of people.
Sure.
So it's always interesting how they try to execute these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like Jay went over to the Festival of Holidays at DCA, and here's his top 3 picks for food. Okay, the first item he has is the holiday turkey empanada, which is fried empanada filled with turkey stuffing and gravy with cranberry dipping sauce. $8. What do you think about that? An empanada. What's- You would.
Yeah.
What's usually in those?
An empanada, well, they're different kinds. It's a different kind of filling. So empanadas, when we make empanadas, the Chilean empanada, it's made with a pino, okay? And so pino is basically it's a ground beef, And when we make it, me and my mom, we use the grass-fed organic beef, ground beef. Okay, 99% roughly. I think
Oh,
what it is.
okay.
Lean and good and good. So that is mixed with diced onions and seasoning, paprika, salt, pepper, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what we make it. So we stuff it in there, and then but that right there, the holiday turkey empanada, that actually sounds really good. I would try that because you have everything in there that you do like turkey. Oh, that reminds me. Christy, was it last year before, made a holiday turkey tamale.
Oh.
And she sent me some. They were really good.
Sure. Oh, well,
and
that's...
she, a lot of time cooks are their worst critics.
Sure.
I thought it was good, and she put stuffing, turkey, and I think cranberry. I'm trying to remember, and it was good. So this is making me go like, ooh, hey, hello.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I mean, even though me not being a cranberry guy, I wouldn't use it for the dipping sauce, but yeah,
I would definitely try this.
my mom would probably be into that. I have to show it to her.
Okay. Next item you said was good was the braised pork belly adobo with garlic rice.
Yep.
For $8.50.
Dunzo, I'm all that. Yep. Well, pork belly though. The adobo with garlic.
It's
I don't know.
probably good.
I'm on the fence. I have to look at it.
Yeah. And now this is, I think, what Jess had just got. The maple hazelnut hot buttered rum.
Yes.
Dark rum, butter, hazelnut paste, maple syrup, cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove with salted caramel whipped cream for $17.
Heck yeah. Oh,
That's a lot of money, though.
I don't care. You had me in salted caramel.
You are a fiend for that.
I am a fiend for it. Like literally, I was telling you before how.
I don't know what it is about that stuff.
I don't know either, man. I'll tell everybody the story real quick. I have a really good thing, a thing about black coffee, and like I said earlier, like I went to that spot and it was like, okay, I'm just gonna get Mike. No, and it was right there, salted caramel muck, and I'm like, oh yeah. Like it wasn't even like a millisecond, and I was like, I'm done. So anyway, yeah.
Okay. But his honorable mention for dessert is the Mad Santa macaroon, inspired by the Disney Plus series The Santa Clauses. It's a chocolate macaroon, or is it macaron? Is
Macaroon.
it macaroon filled with ganache, peanut butter mousse, and salted pretzels. Favorite things, Booth.
Yup.
That sounds incredible.
Oh, delicious.
I love pretzels, and I love peanut butter.
Yeah, you get that ganache, and then you put peanut butter. Yep. And it's a mousse on top of it. So the consistency between the two. Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
He moves on to entertainment. They have a small cavalcade of characters that march at various times throughout the day. It's nice, but really lacking in entertainment. Just some music with a few characters in holiday outfits. Yeah, that's kind of what I would expect. Overall vibe. It feels like the Festival of Holidays is turning into the Festival of Booze. They aren't really introducing any tantalizing food items. Instead, Disneyland Resort executives seem more worried about selling mixed drinks, and even the cocktails lack imagination. It's like they boost the price of ordinary juices and sodas with liquor and charge 3 times the price.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's sad to say, but that's always going to happen, right?
Yeah, he's got a pretty good take on that.
Yeah, because I mean, I buy my bourbon. I'll buy 70 milliliter, whatever it is, CL, whatever, and I'll buy a thing of Bullet, and it's around $25 for it. Now you think about that. That has how many drinks in it? It's got a good amount, and so they make
15, 20?
yeah. I'd have to do the math.
Oh.
Next time I start just pounding the whole bottle out.
There you go.
But anyway, that would be it. So they make their money up. And so it's kind of like it's always like that. Any restaurant, any kind of their huge markup item is alcohol. Always.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah. So it kind of makes sense. This is the kind of stuff that you kind of look at them and kind of give them a little bit of a side eye, because one point of it you kind of get it, but then the other part is like, but you guys shouldn't go to this well too often.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Well, this Festival of Holidays it's mostly these little food things and whatnot.
and the one point that he said is that it's what was he say?
Where?
I'm trying to read. They're really introducing blah blah blah. Executing blah blah. They lack imagination. That's what I was looking for. That the cocktails lack imagination. So if they're going to be charging that, at least get some mixologist in there. Pay somebody world renowned or something who's going to come up with some great ideas and have them teach it. And then the other part of it is this is going to go back to execution. Alcohol, the execution that you expect out of food, you should really expect out of your drinks.
Sure.
I mean, if you're not getting a well executed drink, then you have equal complaint in my mind. If you're not getting a well executed dish,
Absolutely.
So that's the way I look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess for dinner they went head over to the Lamplight Lounge, which is great. This is Jay's like big baller over here.
Yeah.
Staying at the villas, going to these special events. Okay.
Way to go.
He got the stone fruit salad, which consists of roasted chicken breast, mixed greens, sweet tea vinaigrette, and a spicy cornbread crumble.
You get that.
Yeah, $22, absolutely. He
Yeah.
said, I enjoyed this quite a bit. Very healthy and tasty at the same time. Would recommend for those looking for a satisfying but not heavy meal.
All you.
All me. I would love that. Salmon PLT, which is grilled salmon with crispy pancetta.
Pancetta.
Oh, pancetta. Lettuce, tomato, lemon, bacon, aioli on a toasted focaccia for $26.
Not bad. Well.
Well, his review is my wife got the dish. We asked for the rare salmon, and they delivered perfectly.
Oh.
It was one of the best executed meals of our trip.
There
Definitely
you
delicious.
go. Well done.
Yeah, so that's a PLT. So that's pancetta must be what the P
Yeah,
is.
pancetta instead of a BLT.
Yep.
PLT. Yeah.
Nice. Then they had the World of Color dessert party. Totally worth it, he said. It becomes you get a regular plate of Rice Krispie treats, macaroon, mouse cake, grapes, cheese, and crackers.
Nice.
Low sugar version is watermelon, cheddar cheese, brie cheese, grapes, 2 strawberries, cantaloupe, and blackberries. Perfect.
Yep.
Gluten-free version, watermelon, cheddar cheese, brie cheese, grapes, strawberry, and honeydew melon.
All good.
Okay, that's all good. Okay, and then totally worth it. We're seating in view, also included with 2 adult beverages, with alcohol, and or unlimited soft drinks, tea, coffee, water,
Nice.
etc. He got on his Instagram page. He has all this on here.
Yeah.
And of course his view, and it was actually a pretty good view.
Yeah.
Now he stays for the next day, and he has breakfast at Disneyland Hotel at Tangaroa Terrace for breakfast. Here we go. This is the Loco Moco Burrito.
Oh, my Lord.
Steamed jasmine rice, chopped garlic, beef patty, fried egg, gravy, crunchy fried onions, and fukake served with salsa roja for $15. And you do like a good Loco Moco.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah. I love Loco Moco.
Did you end up getting one the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. He talked about the Loco Moco.
And now I think I need to go get another one.
Very nice concept and quite filling. The only thing is that you should request a runny egg. My burrito had a well-done egg with yolk tasting like chalk. Very tasty overall. So
yeah.
you do need a runny egg for that.
Absolutely. Sunny side up every time. Okay. So anybody who's never had a Loco Moco,
This is me.
which would be you, and I don't know why you haven't.
I'm too afraid of the Loco Moco.
Why?
Nah, it's just-
Okay. The Loco Moco. So he what he described in the burrito is a Loco Moco. It's a bed of rice, a jasmine rice with a beef patty put on top of it. Then you get the fried egg, sunny side up, gravy over that bad boy, and then you need a side. And that's the one thing that I would hope for. Like maybe you could get is a side of macaroni salad. It kind of goes with it.
Oh yeah.
And you need the runny egg because you break the yolk and then you let it go into the rice. And then with the gravy and over the beef patty. Oh, it's so good.
Don't they have that at the Jungle Bird?
So good. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, they do.
That's a place we need to be visiting.
Yes, we do.
All right, next news item, and I guess Jay really likes this. Thick and fluffy Japanese pancakes.
What?
Fluffy vanilla pancakes topped with tropical fruit blend, star fruit, and guava syrup, served with bacon. Available while supplies last for $14.
Sounds amazing.
Now, he's got special J notes on here, and it says, this
Okay.
item cannot be ordered on the Disneyland app. It has to be placed in person. And next part's all caps. But man, oh man, is it worth it.
Nice.
This is the most legit breakfast item at Disneyland Resort. Hands down, the pancakes were light, airy, fluffy, not sweet. The fruit lends a nice sweet taste and textural contrast to the guava syrup. And the guava syrup is amazing. And last but not least, the bacon is for real. It's not the pathetic limp shit at Pim's Test Kitchen. Yes.
Calling it out.
Calling it out. Yes. It's thicker, crispier, chewier, and tastier. Highly recommended.
The way bacon should be. Wow.
Yeah, so Jay's telling you to get it. This is what I will get this.
Go get it.
Never
While
even-
supplies last.
Never even heard of this thing. Okay.
Wow.
And now his last note was overall had a nice time as always. Staycation at DLR is fun and relaxing, especially during the holiday season.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude, Jay, I'm so happy that you and your wife got to do that.
Yeah.
It sounds like a great. Maybe it sounds like 2 days, 3 nights. I don't know what it
Yeah.
was, but it sounds like a great time.
Yeah. You know, as you're reading it, I hear his voice playing off in my head.
Oh, I know, absolutely, totally. I can't speak like Jay, but he uses a couple words in there that are very Jay-esque.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love
Oh
it.
yeah, thank you. I mean, Jay, thank you for that. I mean, that is a well done report. Holy crap!
In fact, when next time he's on the show, I might just ask him to talk about these pancakes. 'Cause I know he's going to go.
Oh,
crazy.
he'll go ham on it. I'm gonna. Okay, deal right now, Jay. Stop listening because you don't know. I'm kidding. You talk about the pancakes. I'm gonna ask him about the local mocha burrito.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Sounds good.
Incoming questions, Jay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's going to wrap up episode number 187. It's the last episode for 2023.
Wow.
I know. The next episode for 2024, we will do our predictions for what we think is going to happen in the year. So check out on Instagram.
Oh boy.
I'll put a question out there to see what everyone thinks.
I'm
It's
just gonna go grab that old magic 8-ball and start shaking it.
Yeah, because we really have no idea.
No freaking clue.
No, I was talking to my friend at work the other day, and he asked what my highlights were, and I go, I don't even know. I go, maybe once we get news for what Avatar is going to be, what and where.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know what D23 is next year. I don't know what they're going to announce. I mean, it's always just safe to say, well, it was Tomorrowland. But
Or we'll talk about everything happening outside of the continental USA.
yeah, this is really what we want.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But hopefully you will get some good input from you guys, and we can talk about it.
So my mind goes to Nelson Pell.
Yeah, there's going to be some
Disney
of that.
Forward.
Disney Forward.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Now my mind is running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll discuss that and hopefully get you guys involved, and then be sure to be on the lookout for our LTP Lounge.
Yeah.
We'll be putting that on our socials, and you can go ahead and subscribe to that now.
Yep. And then before we go too far, I want to also give a shout out to Jay from Signs of Amusement.
Oh, Jay. Yes.
And Interactive Realm.
Well, this is Jason.
Jason. I call him Jay, sorry.
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
I was on his show last week before. It's
yeah.
It's on the YouTube. It was great.
Okay.
I want to give him another shout out, and I think I said it before. He helped us immensely with getting what we're going to do with our YouTube channel.
Yep, and he still does. Yeah.
and he has been a wealth of knowledge. So please go support him. Go buy signs from him. Go follow him. Go make comments on the YouTube when I'm there. I realize I talk a lot with my hands, and I had to apologize to him for that.
Oh.
I'm watching it going, well, I didn't realize I talked that much with my hands. Sorry.
Oh,
Again.
that's okay. Yeah.
Sorry, Jason,
So
sorry.
Jason from Interactive Realm and Signs of Amusement.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, brother, for helping us out with everything.
Absolutely. And like I said, go give him a follow if you guys haven't, and jump on his channel. It's a great time. It's a good conversation with those guys.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was a really, really good time.
Yep, absolutely. All right. So with that again will end this 2023 campaign for the LTP.
Yep.
From Jess, Udi, and myself, we love you. Thank you for everything for spending this year with us. Look forward to doing it next year. Udi, where can people find you?
You can find me on my other podcast. We're actually going to do a year-end wrap-up here coming up on The Mando Show, which is a podcast and review of Disney's Mandalorian and anything Star Wars.
Okay.
They can also find me on my my Twixer and my Instagram, which are both the same handle, HAXGOALIE, Hacks Goalie. I do respond to all my DMs, as you people who actively DM me know.
Yeah.
Yep.
And again, with us, it's everything is Leaving Today podcast, Instagram, Facebook, Twixer, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and or you can send us an email at info@leavingtodaypodcast. And so for that, that's going to wrap it up. We love you, adventurers out there, and we will see you in the parks.
Merry Christmas. I am a good button pusher.
Think of a banana.
Does it help? Okay.
Always does. Every time. Don't ask me why.
Can I have the pumpkin brulee, please? Thank you.
Sure, it can't be any worse than your whiskey and Coke from yesterday morning. But you make me hot. It's so close, I can feel it.
A new world order, Udi. A new world order.
Don't get me going.
Okay.
No, I will give you one.
Not that one. Pick a different one.
No bed sheets.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because I like yelling at you.
God, you're so slow.
Wow, these are smaller than I thought.
That's what she said. You're funny. Ow, that hurt. Don't make me smile like that. Ow.
I feel very earthy.
Right? On the floor. It's nice. I like it. Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.
Can we do that again?